Read what that says. What does that say?
The left one's allowed.
Should I click blue?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to talk about our creating the city project that you're going to work on. Really, you'll work on it. You'll start today. You'll have all day tomorrow. You will have all day Monday, and you will have all day Tuesday. It will be due at the end of class on Wednesday, but you will have time to work on it Wednesday as well if you need. So Wednesday is also review day because remember our test is next Thursday is FRQ and next Friday is multiple choice. I will post a study guide for you during this hour on the Google Classroom. So during second hour, so our 7th hour students should be able to see that on the Google Classroom now. But let's talk about this project. This is the biggest project we actually will do all year. It's bigger than all of your country projects because it's a total of 100 points. So it's really important that you're completing this project because it's really going to greatly affect your grade. So I need you to put your phones away. If I see it, they can go right in the pocket and they can stay there forever. So we've talked about the different models of urban models. So what you're going to do is first thing you're going to kind of think about is which urban model do I want to choose to design my city? So you have some choices. These are all North American models. You can choose the sector model, the Burgess model, the multi-nuclear model. Those are kind of your three choices. So when you're designing your city, you're going to base your design off of one of those three models. Okay. If you can't remember what those look like, go back and take a look and see and try to refresh your memory. Okay. So one of those is going to be the layout of your city. All right. So you're also going to use central place theory in your design as well for certain locations, which we're going to talk about here in a second. So if you think back, central place theory is the theory that items are placed so far apart because of like the need. Like we don't need, like we talked about how many gas stations there are. There's a lot more gas stations than there are Sam's Clubs, right? So that's the theory of central place theory. So using central place theory, you're going to do these three items, which is universities. Okay. How many universities does it say? 2? 1 to 2? Okay, I can't read it. It's too far away. 1 to 2, and then 5 to 6 community colleges, 2-year schools. Okay, and then 4 hospitals in your city. So you need to kind of plan where those are going to go. You need them in strategic locations so you can get the most students or patients to your universities, your community colleges, or your hospitals. Does that make sense, Kelsey?
Do we have to draw it on there? Can we put little houses or something on there?
You can. It's on paper, so you can draw it. You can construct however you want. There's no right or wrong here. It's up to you to create your city. So you also, for central place theory and the model you choose, you have to provide a rationale for why you chose them and how your city is based off of like that sector, that model. Okay. Or how you use central place theory. You need to kind of explain it. Okay, in a rationale. So there is a small written part of this as well. Then you're going to put in the rest of the things, items in your city. Kind of, you're going to lay it out however you kind of want. So here's a list of everything you need to put in your city. And it's a lot of the different stuff that we've talked about. So you need a central business district. Some things kind of go with each other. So you have the gridded downtown area. Okay, so I would start your city with your gridded downtown. And then in your gridded downtown, that is also your central business district, right? Everyone kind of recognizes that. That's where your central business district would be. Maybe that's where you're going to put your entertainment area, which is your third one here. Maybe that's where you're going to put your city hall. It's okay to put things in your gridded downtown that are also on the list. Does that make sense for everyone? You're going to have areas of upper income housing, areas of middle, and areas of lower income housing, which are these three. Factory or industrial zones. I would like to remind you that if you just think about cities, you do not put factories and industrial zones by upper and middle class living. That's not something that generally happens because upper and middle class people do not want to live next to an industrial zone. So just kind of keep those things in mind as you're laying out your city. A transportation hub, which could be trucking, railroad, depots, shipping if you're on the coast or if you're on a lake. Those things would be in your transportation hub. a high-tech corridor, which is here. The three things we talked about with central place theory, universities and hospitals. One large metropolitan park. What's a metropolitan area?
Would that be like similar to Times Square?
Times Square is not a park, though. Central Park's a park. It'd be similar to that. What's Central Park?
Like, don't know the word.
It's a big park in the middle of the city, right? So a metropolitan park is a park within the city. So it'd be close to your gridded downtown. That's what a metropolitan park is. 3 smaller parks, and those can be wherever you want to put them. An interstate system. So like I-90 is an interstate system. Okay. So you need 2 interstates that run through. Large area designated for wildlife or open space. That development can't happen there, kind of like a green belt. 3 to 4 museums. You need a restaurant row with a location of international restaurant. This could also be in your downtown area if you want. It's kind of up to you. Suburbs, which your suburbs could also have your upper, lower, and middle class housing. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. You have exurbs, so that's beyond your suburbs. Large areas, oh, I already said that. 2 to 3 edge cities, 1 large international airport, and then 1 smaller airport. So like an O'Hare and a Midway. A recycling center, 1 landfill, 4 to 5 major highways. So like 173 is a major Illinois state highway, 251 is. So you would have highways as well as interstates, 2 types of public transportation, and then a financial district. So that's your starting point. Here's your rubric. So the placement of items, that it makes sense, it's neat, it can be explained. That's your 35 points. That's the bulk of your points. You have 10 points each for each of your rationale. So a rationale for your urban model, a rationale for your central place theory. And then tomorrow and Monday, I'm going to add things too that you have to add, because cities change quickly. Your city will change quickly too. So tomorrow you're going to get a list of items you have to add to your city. And on Monday, you're going to get a list of items that you have to add to your city. That will be worth 25 points. And then just your overall kind of design of your city is worth 20 points as well. So you can kind of decide what you want to, how you kind of want to do it. Some people write small, some people don't. There's a roll of paper, so you can cut however much you're going to need. Don't go crazy. Then there's also just regular white paper. You're more than welcome to just use a white paper, and then when you need to grow, you just tape papers together. That's cool too. Okay. You can kind of work it however you want. Okay. There's no right or wrong here. Questions? Yep, Julia.
Is this a group project?
It is not. So the question is this a group project? It is not. This is by yourself, because it's such a significant grade. It is by your summative grade. It's by yourself. Okay. Other questions? If for some reason I'm not here tomorrow, and for 7th hour, because I won't be here today, you can send me an email and I will try to get back to you fairly quickly. I can't promise that today, 7th hour, but I will tomorrow. I will be available to you. I'm hoping to be here tomorrow. So just kind of in case something pops up. All right. And if I'm not here tomorrow, on the Google Classroom will be the new items that you need to add with a video. So just know that will be there for you. Okay. Other questions? All right, then we're going to get started. You can cut the paper, take the white paper, take what you need.